we bent that one. That was the first try. Sorry, this was the first try, didn't help. That bent, one bar broken, extension bar broken, another one extension bar broken, adapter broken. We are struggling with the exhaust pressure pipe, so it's not free. Coolant was escaping into the combustion chamber through the intake port. Morning. So as I said in the last video, we will need to remove the intake manifold from this one still, which I'll be doing on my own, because Dan is doing the white one behind me. So he's already removed, I don't know if he already removed the oil pan. I don't know how fast he is. Maybe he has removed, maybe not. But he's preparing the car for the timing chain, the oil stain replacement, so on and so forth. In the meanwhile, I'll drain the coolant from this one and remove the intake manifold, but I don't want to remove the EGR parts again, so I'll try if I can remove the intake manifold only with the EGR cooler pipe as well. I'll see and I'll let you know how I got on with that. And check the thread, probably needs replacement or repair, because the bottom two bolts which are down there, I think they may be, like the thread may be damaged, but I'll see anyways and let you know. So without further ado, let me start the job and not waste any more time. So we have, I think, found out what the issue is, or better said, Daniel found out. So now let me switch the camera and show you what the issue was. So we have removed the intake manifold again, and here like coolant was escaping into the combustion chamber through the intake ports as well. And let me show you what Daniel found, and I'm guilty of that, because as you can see, here are the bolts for the intake manifold, and these are the proper ones, these are not good ones, so that's why I couldn't tighten them down all the way as they should be. So now we are going to rob Dan's engine again of 3 bolts, because we short of 3, and them, like a bigger or the longer ones, we're going to put them there where it doesn't matter. So for example here, and other side, other 2 to the what's that, the EGR bypass valve to the intake manifold. And also let me show you, in the meanwhile Daniel has removed the oil pan, and let me show you how it is looking like. It's very dirty, very oily, sludgy. And also if I ask Daniel to crawl underneath the car, he'll show you how loose the oil pump chain is, and very likely that was the sound we could hear. I never seen it this loose. Yeah. So I think what happened, because of the thick oil, the tensioner is not doing its job anymore properly. That's why it has a slack. So yeah, Daniel like quite prepared the car for the job. So we still need to remove the few brackets and the engine mount, obviously get it cleaned, finish the carbon cleaning. But yeah, this is gonna be a tough job, and the worst thing about it is that it is going to be a kind of a fix that we have to do it after someone, because we clearly see that it was done before us. Daniel mentioned that the bolts on the oil pan weren't somewhat the correct ones, so not all of them were the correct ones, and obviously it was removed because we could see that the sealant wasn't from the factory on the bottom of the engine. And I believe I could see that the ECU was cut already, so we didn't have hard time remove it. But yeah, so now we are going to put that one back together again, test it, check for leaks. I'll take it for a test drive, monitor the live data and everything, and report back to you guys. Okay, the car is running now. We checked, we found no leaks finally. So let me tell you what the issue was. As I said in a previous clip, the bolts were longer, so now I done it on the torque spec. By the way, if anyone wants to know the torque spec on the intake manifold bolts, it is MAZDA states between 20 and 26 Newton meters. I've done 25, and I've done with my head, like to just to double check, and then was tight, so I was happy with it. There's no more leak, so I'm going to let the cooling system to bleed, and then Then I will take it for a test drive, check it, and then once I'm back, I'll do the exhaust pressure sensor replacement, put back few plastic parts, under trays, and this and that, and this one will be good to go. Then we can finish this one. We just basically were waiting for the injector washers because we ran out, and also I think maybe we can do one of them, the camshaft job, and we are already removing, not me, but Dan is already disassembling the other Mazda, on which we are going to replace the timing chain, oil strainer, exhaust camshaft, clean it. Yeah, so a lot of work involved. So Dan is disassembling this one for the timing chain replacement, and he asked me to have a look at it if I can see that what's my opinion, what I believe, if the timing cover was off or not. So what I found, I tried to check here where the silicone sealant goes, if I can see the original silicone sealant here. I can't really. I think this one was removed, and let me tell you why. Because if we have a look at here, you see that bolt, I know that bolt doesn't belong there. So in my opinion, this was removed. I just don't know when, why, and so on and so forth. But yeah, we're going to completely disassemble it whilst the engine is still in the car, and then cleaning it, obviously, because it will need like a proper cleaning, and then fitting everything back together. So I just came back from the test drive. Everything seems to be fine, although the consumption is 45 mpg, which is still not bad. Obviously, I'm used to when I drove it at home, or the place where I know where I live, so I'm used to that test road, and on that I usually have 50 mpg. So this is a new road. We will see by the time it passes, like what I will achieve with different cars. But yeah, it drives fine. Obviously, surprise surprise, no more shaking. So yeah, that was the issue with the timing chain. So the engine was out of time, not the flywheel. And yeah, what we are going to now, then is going to leave the car. We're going to check the oil pan for leaks, check for coolant leaks. I'm still going to replace the exhaust pressure sensor, and I'll tell you why I didn't replace it whilst the valve cover was off, because obviously that would be a lot easier, but I will tell you why. I'll give you a reason. And obviously I'll run the diagnostics and check the live data, and if I'm happy with the results, and if I am, then I'll do the engine flush and give the car a new oil and a new oil filter as well. So the engine flush is done on this one already. It is filled back up with oil and with the new oil filter. Then is going to put the under tray on it. This one is assembled together as well, filled with oil. I'll test it, take it for a test drive, check the results, check the live data, check everything. Once I'm back, I'm going to do a flush on this one, and both will need later exhaust camshaft pressure sensor, exhaust pressure sensor, this one and the other one as well. And now let me tell you why I do it this way, so why I didn't do while the valve cover was off, because I want to clean the pipe as well. So I remove the sensor, the rubber hose, and stick down the wire there, wire it out, and then put carb cleaner in there, wait, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes, then again with the wire, and I'll start up the car with the old sensor connected to the connector, but not plugged into that metal pipe. And I'm going to be revving the car few times to 3000 rpm, and then it's going to hold a rag or a shop rag or a towel over the pipe, so he catches everything which will come out from it. And now that will be clean. That is the best what you can get without removing that pipe. And also we have difficulties with this one, because as I said, someone was working on it before us, and they managed to put, I guess, thread locker on that crankshaft bolt, because Dan said that I don't know where the oil pump is. Anyways, he said that the oil pump bolts were full of thread locker. So yeah, and this one, the camshaft is removed from it already, so we're going to give it a clean, and then fit back the new parts. And maybe, but I don't think so, but maybe we can start this one up or assemble it at least back together, or maybe we can bring the other one in, which is still outside. Let me show you. That one. So we can bring it inside and do the valve cover inspection. I think that has oil pressure issues, if I remember correctly. Well, we wanted to check first the valve cover, if it needs a new camshaft or not. That one is running too, but I just noticed that it has a pink coolant, so the G12 in it, and it needs the FL22. So we are going to change the coolant for the proper one on that one as well. So I have removed the old exhaust pressure sensor, and this is exactly why I'll do it when I can start up the engine or turn on the engine, because I put vacuum on it with the vacuum pump, not vacuum pump, pistol or gun, whatever, this one, and it holds the vacuum so it doesn't go back to zero, meaning that pipe is blocked. So now I'm going to use a piece of wire and going back and forth, then carb cleaner, then again the wire, and then start up the engine, connect back the injectors, connect this only to the plug, to the connector, start up the car and rev it a few times to 3000 rpm, whilst me or Dan is holding a rug over the pipe, so we catch all the dirt coming out of it, and then I'll apply again vacuum on the pipe and see if it holds it. If it holds, I'll need to carry on with the cleaning procedure. If it doesn't, then I'm good to go to install the new sensor. So guys, still no luck with that crankshaft bolt. We've tried with the impact gun, the big Milwaukee. We've tried with a big bar and the counter holder tool, but look what happened. This is my second tool already. So if by any chance anybody has got any idea how to undo that bolt, I mean, usually I know how to undo it with just the help of a big impact. It comes off real quick, but what happened, what we think what happened is that they used a thread locker on it, and it is pain in the ass to get it undone. So at the moment we ran out of ideas, so we would really appreciate it if you could just give an idea or give a tip what you think how we can undo it. Okay, so just before you comment how to get that one loose, I just wanted to show you or pinpoint what we've done so far. We bent that one, that was the first try. Sorry, this was the first try, didn't help. That bent, one bar broken, extension bar broken, another one extension bar broken, adapter broken, few pipes bent. So yeah, before you comment anything, like obviously we appreciate any help, everything would be helpful, just so you can see what we tried so far. So yeah, we are quite open to any ideas. Also, we are struggling with the exhaust pressure pipe, so it's not free. This is the pipe from Dan's engine. We've tried with a Bowden cable and a drill, but still no luck. It still holds the vacuum. Dan managed to clean the whole length of the pipe, but there goes down a banjo bolt that may be stuck with carbon or clogged with carbon. So we will see. We may need to remove that pipe, which I don't really want because I've done once. I know how painful that is. But yeah, we need to do whatever has to be done to get it fixed, get it clean, because we cannot put it back together. We want to do a proper job. So yeah, we will still going to clean it and maybe replay. We will see, but we don't give up. Only thing we were lucky with is that Mazda. I'm going to check in a bit the live data and report to you back what I found, and probably park it outside, and the customer is coming tomorrow to pick it up. So I'm sitting now in that Mazda 6. Let me switch the camera and show you the live data, what I see and what I noticed or what I found or what I think still needs to be done to the car. So I'm looking at the oil pressure. Engine oil temperature 74 degrees. I'm averaging, I would say, around 160 is good. Now I'm going to rev it to 2000 RPM. Averaging 170. I'm going 3.5. 380, 385. That is good. Exhaust pressure sensor value is good. What's not so good is injectors may need replacement at some point of time in the future. As you can see, injector number 2 is out of the range, and injector number 4 is going to be out of the range, and I think also the vacuum pump. At the moment it is sitting at 7.6, but if I press the brake, it is climbing down quite slowly, and it stays or like stops around, I think, 14-ish, and from there it is climbing down very slowly. You see, it started to slow down. So I need to check what the owner gave me, if he wanted to replace the vacuum pump. If he did, we're going to do that tomorrow. If he didn't, we leave it like that, or I ask him today if he wants us still to get it done, get it changed. If he does, we'll change it. If he doesn't, we won't. So that was it for this video. If you want to get in touch, I leave a description down below the video, so you can contact me. Also, if you want to support the channel, please leave super thanks if you can do so, or join my membership, or use the Amazon affiliate link down in the description. Whatever you buy from there through my link, I'll earn small commission from it, so that would be really helpful to grow the channel as well. And yeah, so as you can see, sometimes it is success, sometimes it is failure, sometimes it is in between. I would consider still this one a successful day. I'm quite happy. Obviously we will still have work ahead of us to get done, so tomorrow very likely. Anyways, I already started up that 3 series, so I'm going to move that out, and we're going to bring in the 6 series. We do the valve cover or exhaust camshaft inspection on it, let the owner the outcome, and from there we can decide, or he can decide, if he wants to get further jobs done, or how to proceed with the things. But yeah, that was it for today. Thank you very much guys for watching, and see you soon in the very next one. Take care and bye bye.